Hey guys. Hey Adam, Mark, Paul, Peter Noddle, g'day, James B, g'day, the pipe wrench collector guy, Mark Osborne, Bill Baggins, g'day, Paul from the Necklace Workshop, hello, Russ Knox, g'day, David Bellani, g'day, Kim Bazelic, g'day, Dan Shed, hello, Ventures with a very small aid and Go Create, hello, mixed lot tonight. Kevin, g'day. Don't think there's much happening. I can't find the clamp that goes between here, this jigger here, and my tablet, so I'm handheld. Sorry, got no idea where it is. It's in a box somewhere. I've got a box full of GoPro mounts. They're gone somewhere. They're packed somewhere. Got no idea where it is. I'll have to look for it. So there we go. This bit must have gone in between it. So there we go. Yeah, look, hey, workshop. There we go, nothing. Still got a bench full of stuff here that's junk. I've got about 10 to 15 boxes up there. Boxes that need to be packed. That's about it. Have got a new to me anyway laptop, so that'll replace the desktop for a bit. We might do face-to-face live streams, or we might be out and about. Tea and biscuits, g'day. Anyway, mostly junk. There's a vacuum cleaner still here. There's no real customer jobs left. This cabinet was here and that's empty. I think I emptied that and my mate, so I did the rest, which is awesome. Don't think there's anything left up there, is there? There's something up here. No idea. Could have been there all along. Anyway, nothing left under the bench. A couple of sheets of plywood. Patrick and Josh are good mates, really good mates actually. Were here yesterday. We hired a truck, big truck, with a 1-ton tailgate and took the mill. Everything else went into storage, so everything's packed up. Battery drill's still out. Wireless modem's still on the wall. But apart from that, downstairs here we're pretty well organised. Hopefully there's storage space down here. I might be able to stay upstairs for a little bit longer, but I'm not holding my breath on that. as far as rent or even places to stay on the Gold Coast are very, very few and far between. There's a lot of people sleeping in cars and in tents and so forth. Tomorrow's going to be a make phone calls day about that again, like every day. Bit of a nuisance, but anyway. I've got a new laptop which is going to replace the desktop, so I got a video out before I shut the desktop computer down. This last week it was pretty poor effort really, and I could have edited it up better. But you got a bit of idea what we did in the rush last weekend anyway. Reasons I'm moving. Hey Raymond. Landlady needs the space because she wants to move, and she's got a lot of junk, a lot of old motorbikes and cars and things at her place that belong to her husband who passed away. So there's enough old motorbikes and crap here. Too many. But apparently there's 5 times as many as that, so they're all coming here and sort of be put together and sold. So expect a absolute glut of old motorbikes on the Queensland market there sometime soon. Just lots of junk. What do we got? Yeah, Rough Cut 2022. We'll come back to that, Bill. Thanks everyone for their contribution. We'll come back to that. Kevin, yeah, we had a good trip with the roller. It was really, needed the time out, to be honest, and it was a really good trip. But it is far away enough now that it's not a distraction while I move out. And it's not far enough away that we can't go and play pretty regularly. So, win-win situation there. Just going to double check these bottom lockers here while I'm sitting here. I think they were cleaned. Yep. Yeah, nothing at all in there. So, there we go. So, yeah, Rusno should pay for anyone else's problem. That's how it is. But there's 0 places. Everything's in storage, and storage is reasonable if I'm not paying any other rent. So, the storage situation is safe and secure and local and all those sort of things. I can access anything I want. Can't play with machines though. So we need to find, and what we probably will find, is a single room with a shared bathroom, something like that, which is about all that's available, if you're lucky. I've been trying pretty hard. Unless you know someone, then it gets a bit complicated. Place for me, I don't have anything. Hey, was I? Not yet. There are some options, and unfortunately in my position at the moment I'm going to need a hand from friends to make any of those options work. But we'll see how it goes. Hence the change to a laptop and patting everything in storage. There might be there probably is an option or two, but we've just got to work out what we're going to do. Pretty scary. We were late at the storage facility on last night, like we were pretty late leaving, 7:30, 8:00. They told me I had everything packed away and shipped up. And they looked very suspiciously like there were people actually living in there, or they had their containers set up for like fairly comfortable bunk beds and torches and camping facilities. I don't know if that's a thing. It just seemed to me that I'm not the only person in this situation. Not sure I could do that. Anyway, there's people with the same problem. And look, there is a campground associated with my vintage machinery club here on the coast, with really top class amenities, to be honest. And I'm sort of make a phone call tomorrow and as a last ditch resort and say, hey, look, dear Mr. President, don't have anywhere to go for about 5 or 6 weeks. If I'm living out of my van, do you mind if I leave it there during the day? So it's local. I'm not sure. We'll see how we go with that. Just sort of anyway, we'll see how we go. Other news, what do we got? Rough Cut 2022. This was my contribution. I didn't get it set up. Just didn't happen. Run out of machines in time. But pretty pleased with it. Thanks, Myford Boy, for the pretty awesome. Mr. Factorium's Workshop. G'day. Bill's about right. Thanks to Myford Boy anyway for that really awesome little casting kit. That's a really cool job that even a kid could do. If you're a kid with a Mammoth engine or a Willisco engine who's got some interest in workshop gear, that casting and a file and some 3D printed bits and a drill press, probably you'd make one of them that works pretty nice. Awesome project. Anyway, someone knows, I'm sure someone knows, Peter Noddle was making a playlist of all the Rough Cut 2022 videos. How many did you get, Peter? I had a lot of fun actually too. Really enjoyed my video. Really enjoyed watching all the others. Really enjoyed Russ Knox's video. That's a really good video. Who else has got one up? Knackler's Workshop was a good one. Bill Baggins had one. I think there was one from Dan Shed. Didn't see that. Who else is watching here that had one? Kim Bazalik, I saw one from him. That's awesome. A really nice little improvement to a lathe. James P. Did I see one from James P? Adventures with a very small lathe. I saw one from him. $30 videos. Not a bad effort. Bit slack. We've done a lot better than that, but it was me too, because all of a sudden in the middle of all this I got bomb dropped on me. So it wasn't promoting it as well as I should. But really, really, really appreciate anyone who did have a go, because hopefully we got some views. I noticed that a few videos that were released got some pretty good views. I see Rust Knox got quite a good views, and I think, hey Matt, look, who else did I see? Yeah, there were some pretty good videos. One from David Bonani, first ever YouTube video comment. We can do that better had one too, yes. So all good stuff. There's nowhere to sit down here or anything. I'm just sort of my mate Patrick, awesome guy. He's on the Discord server. Some of you might know Patrick. Nice guy. Brought me some ropes, which is awesome because you never have too many ropes. So a couple of decent climbing ropes, which will go into storage too while we're moving and packing up, and also a tarp, a really nice 20-foot open container bin tarp with a peak top. You've probably seen those open containers and the tarp that goes over the top for shipping, to go over the bows. One of those. So that'll be very, very useful for putting over a steamroller for a bit. I'm very happy to have that. It's got decent eyelets in it. It's a decent quality thing. It's really good. It's something that I probably wouldn't have bought because I intend to put proper tarps on it when the canopy's on. But we'll see when that happens. Gonna need a few weekends to sort that out. And Rust Knox, that's what we're all about. That's what we wanted. Life would have calmed down for you, James said. Life might have calmed down for me. I'm a bit annoyed that it didn't. It got worse all of a sudden in the middle of that after I announced it. Anyway, bought this computer. I don't know if anyone's interested in computers. The old desktop's getting a bit slow and a bit terrible, to be honest. I don't know, it's asleep. Doesn't seem to be waking up either. That might help. There's not much happening on it. You're all asleep. There's not another challenge in the offing, not at this point. Maybe a climbing challenge. So my old desktop's a bit dead, and it's got a big monitor, which I really enjoy, but setting it up in a rental or a van or wherever I've got to stop for a bit really isn't going to happen. Yeah, shop organisation, that'd be the one. Shop organisation 2023. Well, think it remind me someone. Anyway, there's not much happening with this. We've got Microsoft Edge, which is a pain in the neck, and I don't think you can actually install it. And we've got Google Chrome, and we've got Recycle Bin, a brand new desktop. This has got, though, a webcam. It's got a solid state hard drive. It's 3 terabytes or something, 5 terabytes, something like that. Yeah, absolutely need a Yorkshire and Lancashire dictionary. That sounds like a very good thing. Anyway, it should run a webcam pretty comfortably, and it should run some editing software pretty nicely too. So still trying to work out what it's doing. But pretty pleased with that at the price I paid for it. Second hand, but it's tidy and it's got a new system on it. It should be alright, I think. Anyway, the other ones go and packed away, and we'll probably eventually scrub it and sell it or trash it or something. And this one, here will be my main processing computer for now. Yeah, I hope we find something nice and permanent. That's okay. RAM, I think it's got 16 gigabytes RAM, something like that. 16 gig. It's an i7 processor, apparently. But yeah, 3D printing projects, if we might pack the 3D printer with us if we can, but probably can't either. We'll see how we go. It'll be easily accessible if we need it. Paul, no, not really got anywhere lined up. I might be relocating. I'm sort of thinking seriously about that, very seriously about relocating off the Gold Coast, because it's just a big, bustling, crazy city that with no logistics and no real comfortable way of getting around and nowhere to stay, and exorbitant prices and no jobs. Might relocate to the country somewhere, but I can't really do that until the middle of November. So at this point, we're stuck here for a couple of months at least. Anyway, that's where we're at. Well, we've got to pack up. We've got to pack up some drills. I don't know the best way to pack them. I've got to put my I've got to put my battery drill back in the box. I've got a few lathe things, welding helmet, there's a couple of projects, there's a box of oil cans. There's a bit of timber, like boards and decent stuff. There's a few tins and cans. A couple of sheets of plywood, we already said that. There's a box of tool steel. Probably another 2 boxes of books. There's a few projects upstairs. There's a mattress and a bed. And there's a couple of suitcases and a couple of boxes of clothes. So that's about it. That's where we're at. Yeah, van parks are kind of expensive here. That's the thing. Van park here for a week, yeah, or 3 weeks even for a van park, I sort of had a look. $2,100, something like that, $300 a night. That's kind of the going rate on the Gold Coast. That's crazy. There's no other option on that. It's just crazy. So not spending $300 a night on a caravan park. If you want to spend $300 a night, I'm going to swap this battery over because it operates my torch as well, and the storage unit hasn't got any lighting as such. So we'll clip this in here and we'll plug this in over here. So there's no actual power point on that bench anymore. There we go. We'll charge that. So that's what we're dealing with on the Gold Coast. That's what Gold Coast is like. Now, living off someone's generosity and ability to turn a blind eye on any other levels on the Gold Coast to set up a workshop. So, need a farmer with a van not too far away. That's exactly what I need. Is a farmer with a paddock and a shower unit and somewhere I can park a van. I don't mind sleeping in the back of a van if it's sort of somewhere locked up and secure. A lot of people living in vans down the street here. You see it every night. Single mothers and single people and couples, things like that, going to the gym to use the showers, etc., etc., etc. So you've got to have a gym membership for that and all that. So that's where we're at. Don't really have an answer, but this weekend I've had absolutely no time to look because I've been packing stuff up. Can't do both. On the upside, Matt Yap, who I bought the roll off, he's back in town for a little while. He was in Upper, I want to say Somalia, but somewhere in Northern Africa anyway. He's got a gold mining operation there and he's home for a couple of weeks, but he's got a couple of lamps off the front of the roller and one off the back and a box full of gaskets for mud holes and things that go on the roller, and I believe a water lifter hose. So I've got to at some point this weekend go and get them too, but I've got nothing else to do and no vehicle to do it, so I'm struggling. I really am. Don't know how that's going to work. They just dropped that on me today. Might get him to drop them down here or drop them somewhere. Probably not get him to drop them here, but might go up and see my mate and we might pick him up on the way through or something like that and come and shift some stuff. I'm not sure about the CWA or any other charity. The trouble is that there's so many very, very, very needy people who haven't got money that need that sort of thing. There's a lot of people here who really haven't got anything. At least I've got a job, such as it is. But a job that's equivalent or the same in a country town would give me a whole lot better outlook. Yeah, Paul, and I don't really care at this point if this stuff stays in storage for 3 months. Honestly, don't. And I get away. I get some things organised. If I can get away and get some time away and making some roller videos and some maintenance videos, things like that. Thanks everyone for watching the roller video. It's a bit different to what's normally on my channel and it didn't get a whole lot of views and it was a bit sort of sketchy and almost impossible to watch because some of the photography was... Look, no apologies really. What you get's what you get. And I didn't take any footage at all hardly. I put the GoPro on the front of the camera, on the front of the roller for a bit and on the back of the trailer for a bit and had it set wrong both times. But most of the footage was donated, and everyone who took camera footage had 3 other jobs to do as well. So what an awesome team. That's all I can say. Thanks heaps, guys. If any of you are watching this, thanks guys. Thanks, Dan, for sorting that out. What town is work in here? Helensvale or Coomera on the Gold Coast. Not as bad on your arms as you think. Someone made that comment. I saw that, Paul. Not that difficult. Fairly basic thing. It's a bit more difficult thinking ahead 2 steps, and Dan had the difficult job all the way through. Is maintaining boiler pressure and water levels and some sort of fire, and trying to get some very foamy, crappy water to actually boil, and to drive in a manner that the steers person can keep up with, and that was the challenge, and he did really good. Industrial arts teacher would be awesome, but it's probably a step down as far as dollars go, to be honest, and it's certainly a step up as far as extra work. So I'm not feeling that's an option. It would be totally awesome, but no, not my thing, I don't think, and I hate kids. Shouldn't say that. I don't really hate kids. The guys across there are still working. Look outside. Don't really hate kids, but I'd feel pretty comfortable without too many of them in my life at the moment. So, anyone who's in Australia and has been to Aldi in the last little while, just want you to know that these ratchet straps, and 38mm ratchet straps for the price, were excellent. Really good value for money. There's a plug. Got still a lot of milling cutters and things that I haven't packed up. Could do something with my welding helmet so it doesn't get scratched up or dirty or dusty. Bit of glad wrap around it, I guess. I don't know. I would like, by the time I go to bed, to have this all cleaned up and everything off here, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah. There's a lot of dollars for storage, but it's certainly not as many dollars for storage as it is for rent if I'm not paying as much for rent. You would think that I should be able to put all this stuff into storage and pay the balance in rent and still find somewhere for me. That's the way you would assume it would work, because you're paying that extra bit for workshop. However, it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. I don't have any children, so I can't really see it as sort of selling them isn't an option. Thanks for the heads up on the logistics of it. And I'll know who to ask if I do need to do such a thing, but I haven't even got an animal I can sell, let alone a child. So unfortunately, that's a revenue stream that I'm not going to be able to sort of embrace. Really a bit annoyed that I couldn't find that mount for this camera, because it's making everyone seasick, I know, and the quality of video is very poor. put the battery drill away. I can do that. So that's where we're at. Anyway, this is probably as big an ape update as I can get. I'm going to start packing some stuff, etc., etc. Last day in the shop is when they sort of come and say, hey, you've got to go tomorrow. But that's where I'm at with that. I'm not sort of pushing to leave. If I get packed up and find somewhere, well, I'd like to say the last day is going to be about the end of the week, because then I don't have to pay another week's rent. But let's see how we go. Next weekend, of course, is Dan's birthday. There should be a video about that if I make it there. It's supposed to be a costume party, and I've got absolutely no idea about that. Sorry, guys. Theme is turn of the sort of 1900s Australiana. Not that that's easy by any means. I mean, geez, what are we supposed to do there? I guess as long as the hat works, the hat works. I'm not sure we need to do anything else, but I haven't even a little bit given that any thought, and I should. So that's a bit of a problem. But I am booked to go down there, and I've got time off next weekend. That's the 15th, to go to Dan's birthday party down at Grafton. So we'll be back on the roller that weekend, and hopefully we've got some sort of... I'd like to have everything in storage and packed up and somewhere small to live, so that I can come back here and go to work again on Monday. But we'll see how we go. That's an update anyway. That's what's happening. Had that plan for months, so better make it, I guess. We got the roller there especially for the event, so Dan's turning the big 4-0. It's Dan's shed, Dan. So there we go. Anyway, probably going to call this. We're pretty early. We've only gone 40 minutes. No, sorry about that. An hour's probably too long anyway. But really awesome for you all to drop in and catch up. Appreciate it. Appreciate any help anyone's given me. Joshua and Patrick are watching this. They're huge thanks for yesterday, because they worked pretty hard. And Patrick was here at 5 a.m. 5:30 a.m, something like that, and we had a load on by about 6:30, and we had a truck hired by about 9, and we had another load by about 2 o'clock, and then we were like 7 o'clock by the time we had everything put away. So it was a pretty big day for him, and I appreciate it. Oh, you won't, Patrick. Anyway,